Yo, what's going on everyone? My name is Damien, also known as QB. How's everyone doing today? A little announcement I'd like to say before I start today's video is, before the season starts, I'm going to be doing what to expect from every single team in the NBA. That's right, the season starts in about 10 or 11 days, and I'm going to somehow have 30 videos uploaded by then. If you want to stay tuned to wait for your team to see what I think of what their season's going to be like, make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below with notifications on so you don't miss an upload ever. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. If you're new around here, make sure to like and subscribe, as I just said. It'll mean a lot, and every support means not everything to me. Even little as like a like or a comment, even if you're just watching my shit, I genuinely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Anyway, that's enough yapping for today. Let's get straight into it. Orleans Pelicans had somewhat of an underwhelming season last season. One of the first teams in the league to have one of the quickest starts, but have the fastest declines at the same time. Be hovering around that top 6, even a bit higher in the 2022-23 regular season. The Orleans Pelicans would be like as high as the 3rd seed. Massive win streaks, getting some clutch wins on the road. I like to say that was the same story last year, but not to the same extent it was the year before. I think having Zion back in rotations, he's played as much games his whole career than he did last season. He looked very, very good, and so far in this year's preseason, he's looked even better. And would have a very up and down season last season in order to end up finishing the 7th seed, having to fight in the play-in tournament to get in. Actually get it in the last knockout round of the play-in tournament and beat the Sacramento Kings to verse the OKC Thunder, the 2nd seed. Due to Zion getting injured in the last game of the season against the Lakers, which actually was a massive game for the Pelicans and the Lakers, because that determined what seeding they were going to be. If Lakers didn't win that game, they could have fell to as low as 10th. Thankfully for my Lakers, they're not getting the dub. Unfortunately for New Orleans fans, Zion Williamson got injured at one of the last plays of the game. Fortunately, with Zion being the backbone that he is, the Pelicans did not stand a chance. They would get swept by the OKC Thunder in 4 games. So we got the last regular season out the way in the playoffs, the little playoffs experience that they had last year. Let's talk about the free agency. Far one of the biggest trades I've done since trading away Anthony Davis. The Pelicans were going to trade for Dejounte Murray. And to do that, they'll have to lose some of their young man core who they'll try and develop into young great players. Really 50-50 on this trade, but I like to speak on trades until about maybe 10 or 20 games into the season, if not even more. Pelicans are going to trade away Larry Nance, Dyson Daniels, a project from Australia, if you know you know, and 2 first-round picks. That was enough to get Murray. The people are looking at it like, oh, you traded away 2 bums to get an all-star. What if these young players, I know Larry Nance is high 20s now, like low 30s, but Dyson Daniels was showing some promising sights when he was a Pelican, like on-ball defense and getting that 3-pointer down packed. We all seen Murray getting traded one way or another because him and Trae Young for 3 straight seasons clearly did not work out. The Hawks were like, it's Murray or Trae Young, and they believe in their guy, as they should. They drafted him, they traded for him for Luka Doncic on draft night, so I'm going to say down pack with Trae Young for now. Hawks did another talk for another video. Obviously the New Orleans Pelicans are not ready to look forward into the future and rebuilding their team. They want to get out of this hole they're stuck in, and by trading for Dejounte Murray, that's the way they're going to do it. It was by far the biggest off-season move, but let's have a look at the rest of the free agent moves, shall we? They're going to lose their starting center to the Washington Wizards, though. Jonas Valanciunas agreed on a 2-year deal with the Wizards. In replacement, they're able to find Daniel Tice from the Los Angeles Clippers. He was a free agent. He signed for a minimum deal. And you think that would be their starting center, right? Wrong. Stay tuned to find out who the starting center is going to be. And they're going to sign Antonio Reeves and Jameson to 2-way contracts. And Matt Ryan, who's really underappreciated player in my opinion, they're going to waive him as well. They did re-sign him, but they ended up just waiving that deal anyways. And no, he did not waive back. They are going to lose Najee Marshall. He's going to go to the Dallas Mavericks, and they're going to re-sign Alvarado for 2 years. And that's pretty much them. I guess you could say it was a busy off-season, considering they acquired Dejounte Murray. But a lot of talk has been surrounded around Brandon Ingram and where his spot on the team actually fits. Everyone was saying or thinking in the media, online, literally, if you're in the basketball media, you definitely heard about it, that the fact that the Pelicans were actively looking to trade Ingram. And the Pelicans have to make up their mind before June 30th if they want to re-sign Brandon Ingram. If not, they're probably going to lose him for absolutely nothing. And obviously you got the trade deadline right before the All-Star game, and it's just really hard to pinpoint. If you're the Pelicans, what do you do? I honestly don't see him on this roster past the trade deadline, because pretty much if they do that, he's going to pretty much just walk in free agency, because I don't think they want to pay him. And I'm really for sure that the Pelicans will want to see a Trey Murphy and Herbert Jones front court, with perhaps trying to find a center in the free agency class of 2025, which does not look that great, to be honest with you. If you heard me correctly before, I said that the Pelicans lost Jonas Valanciunas in free agency, but they're also going to pick up Daniel Tice off the Clippers, who just came off his 1-year deal. So get this right, you think a perfect lineup would look like DeJounte Murray, CJ McCollum, B.I., Zion, and Daniel Tice, right? Well, that's where you're wrong. Because Willie Green just continues to pull off. His schemes and games are really questionable to me, but hey, this is even more questionable. Willie Green once won a combination of DeJounte Murray, CJ McCollum, Brennan Ingram, Zion Williamson, and they want to play Herbert Jones at the 5. But apparently, according to Insider Shams, Willie Green was trying to say that, people were trying to say to Willie Green that, Zion will play the 5, right? But he's talking about positionless. Have a listen to this.
Pat, I'm told Herb Jones is essentially going to serve as the starting center for the Pelicans. I think everyone right now, you look at CJ McCollum, DeJounte Murray, Brandon Ingram, Herb Jones, and Zion Williamson. A lot of people are like, Zion Williamson's playing the 5. And Willie Green came out the other day and said he's not the 5. He's we're not talking about 5s. We're talking about positionless. And I do think there's some credence to that.
Pretty interesting stuff. We've seen this before with the Houston Rockets. Obviously, with the James Harden era, PJ Tucker was their 6'5" center. And obviously, once they traded away Clint Capella, no one really seen him as true title for contenders for that exact reason. Small ball just does not work in the NBA anymore, considering how big their legs actually got. Pause. Like, what do you do if you do work and you go all the way to the NBA Finals? This is a massive hypothetical. Are you going to go up against the Boston Celtics with that starting lineup? Hell no. This is all just nonsense talk, in my opinion. I don't actually think he'll be the starting 5 for years. Willie Green's even more delusional than what I thought he would. Well, what he is. You're telling me when they play teams like the Knicks and the Celtics as well, like I just said, they're going to get eaten alive, fam. Especially if you match up against the New York Knicks, bro. Like, what? Or even then, you have to go through the Western Conference first. You're going to have to match up with teams like the Suns even. They're bigger, and they're not even that big of a team like that. And obviously, you got the Nuggets. They're small forwards. You're going to be taller than your center. How do you feel about that? But yeah, that'll pretty much wrap it up for today's video. Really interesting topic to end up on. Let me guys know what you think down below. I'm really keen to get this series done before the NBA comes out. So you'll be getting 30 YouTube videos before the season starts. As always, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video. Any support is much appreciated. Even just watching it means the absolute world to me. But yeah, I'm out for this one. Let me know what you think down below and have a good one. Peace.